Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the smart devices all around your home and a massive, hidden network you may have helped build without even knowing it. A network you pay for every single month, but that someone else gets to own.
So, where does this all start? Well, it probably starts with something you saw during the Super Bowl, this really heartwarming ad from Amazon's Ring. But behind that cute puppy, the ad set off this immediate bipartisan backlash. Let's get into why.
On the surface, the ad was selling a new feature called Search Party and framed it as this great way to find lost pets. But the tech underneath, that's the real story. It's a neighborhood-wide AI-powered surveillance network that's constantly scanning your community, and it's all being marketed as just a helpful public service.
And this is the exact point that critics jumped on right away. It's this idea of function creep. See, a technology built for one thing, like finding a dog, can very easily be used for something else, like finding a person. That's not a technical problem they have to solve, it's just a policy switch waiting to be flipped. The system's already in place. This brings us to a really fundamental question. How did this huge network get built in the first place? And, who's actually paying for it all? The answer might not be what you think. So let's be super clear about the money here. You're the one who buys the camera. You pay the monthly internet bill. You pay the electricity to keep that thing running 24/7. And what does Amazon get in return? A nationwide surveillance network with basically zero infrastructure cost to them. And you get? Well, you don't get any compensation for it. But here's the thing. The cameras are just the part of the story you can actually see. We really need to talk about the invisible network. It's called Amazon Sidewalk, and there's a very good chance it's running in your home right now, whether you know it or not. Amazon Sidewalk is this huge, shared neighborhood network that, get this, already covers over 90% of the U.S. population. This is not some future plan or a test program. This network is up and running today. So how in the world does it work? Well, your Echo and Ring devices use these low-power radio signals to build a mesh network that goes way beyond your home's Wi-Fi range. You can think of it like this. BLE is like a close-up handshake for setting things up. FSK is like talking to your neighbor across the street for short messages. And LoRa is like yelling across the entire neighborhood, which lets things like pet trackers work from miles away.
And here is the absolute most critical detail. You are automatically signed up for this. Your devices are sharing a little piece of your internet bandwidth to power this whole network by default, unless you've gone digging deep into your Alexa or Ring app settings to find that one little off switch. You're part of it.
Okay, so we've got the visible camera network and we've got the invisible radio network. Now let's follow the data and see how it can go from your front porch all the way into a massive national law enforcement database. Thanks to a new partnership, any Ring video you decide to share with your local police can now go straight into Flock Safety's platform. And while Ring is careful to say they don't share data directly with federal agencies like ICE, research shows that those agencies can just access the Flock system through their local police partners. It creates this kind of indirect pipeline. And as privacy experts from places like the Yale Privacy Lab point out, this integration makes it way easier to create these incredibly detailed profiles of where people go and what they do. It just connects all the dots between different cameras, and often it happens without the usual checks and balances, like getting a warrant. And look, this isn't just some what-if scenario. There's a history here. Ring has already had to settle with the FTC over some pretty serious privacy issues, which, makes the sheer scale of this new data-sharing network even more concerning. But now we have to talk about what is, frankly, the most shocking part of this whole ecosystem. And it has nothing to do with a camera. It has nothing to do with a microphone. And it is probably active in your house as we speak. This device is already on. It's in almost every room of your house. And what makes it so incredibly powerful is that it can see through walls. So, what could it possibly be? It's not your smart speaker. It's not your TV. What is it? It's your Wi-Fi router. Yeah, that ordinary little box sitting in your office or your living room can be used to detect your physical movement. This technology is called Wi-Fi sensing, and the way it works is by analyzing the tiny little disruptions that your body creates in the Wi-Fi signals that are already bouncing all around your home. It can literally map out motion. And this isn't some science experiment. It's already being used by major internet providers like Xfinity and Verizon.
According to MIT Technology Review, this is not some niche, futuristic tech. We're talking about over 30 million homes in the US that already have this capability built right into the routers they lease from their internet provider, a lot of times without them even knowing.
And here it is, right in the fine print. This is from Comcast's own official policy. They say, flat out, that they can and will hand over data showing your movement patterns inside your own home to law enforcement. No camera, no microphone, just the data from your router painting a picture of your life. So I think the really crucial thing now is to just step back for a second and see how all of these different layers, the ones we can see and all the ones we can't, actually work together to create this one huge, comprehensive surveillance mesh.
I mean, think about it. Your router knows when you're home and which rooms you're in. Your TV knows exactly what shows you watch. Your phone knows which stores you visit. Your Ring camera is watching your front door, and flock cameras are logging every car that drives down your street. Each piece is just one little data point, but when you put them all together, they create a complete picture of your life.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It is not to go throw all your technology in the trash. It's really about being empowered with knowledge. As outlets from Consumer Reports to Tom's Hardware have reported, the central issue here is the lack of informed consent. We just deserve to know what our devices are actually doing. Because at the end of the day, we, the consumers, we paid for every single piece of this network. We bought the cameras, we pay for the internet, we pay the electric bill. So the fundamental question we should be asking these companies is actually a pretty simple one. Why don't we get the final say in how the network that we built is actually used?